Hello, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time. So, as we continue our adventure... Oh, got a little overzealous there, I think. So, we do need to make a pit stop before we continue on. If the rocks would like to stop anytime now, and we'll just speed walk backwards, just like I had shown before. Just to speed this up just a hair. But we need to go back to Goron City because there was one upgrade that I need to grab that I didn't grab the last video just because I didn't want it to carry on too much longer. It's a small detour, and then we'll be coming back up Death Mountain because, as you saw, the owl that was perched on top of the... Oh, I'm just really not having any luck with this. The owl was perched on top of a sign. He will take us somewhere where we'll be able to access another piece of heart. So yeah, we'll want to take that. But we'll go around here, go through here, and we're basically going to go right back to the entrance of the Sacred Forest Meadow. Not that rock. This one. Blammo! This will open up a grotto that has 2 business scrubs in it. And we want the one on the left. So, as per good fashion... Oh. And... there we go. To make your quest easier, I can enable you to pick up more Deku nuts, but it'll cost you 40 rupees. Alright, that's a pretty sweet deal. So yeah, that'll free that up, and now we can carry 30 Deku nuts now, so that's kind of nice to have. And we'll go back the way we came out, and we'll get to the top of Death Mountain. And like I said, from there we'll just wind up going down and riding the owl back to Kakariko Village. And where he'll drop us off is on top of a roof that I can't remember, and actually I shouldn't say can't remember. I've never tried to ride the owl a second time, so I don't know if he goes back there or not. So we are going to make our way back up here, and I will use the backwards run trick to get through the eruption again because I really don't feel like switching shields, to be honest. So, okay, I always like that initial startup of the daytime music when you get out to like Death Mountain Trail, Hyrule Field, and a couple other locations. Just kind of gives it that nice adventurer flair. Oh hey, 5 rupees that I ignored earlier. And now it is nighttime. So we'll come over here. Line up like this. And defy all logic. Come on, Navi. There we go. So, the Skullwalchulas, if they do see you, what they do is they turn purple, like a pinky purple color, and then they charge at you and knock you off the wall. So that's why you want to take care of them first. They don't just sit there harmlessly and you go around them. And we'll move over to be able to climb straight up from here. Yeah, if you get too close to these angled edges, it'll just knock you off. So yeah, be mindful of that when you're climbing up. Okay, going back down the mountain, and it's actually a nice scenic view. Not gonna lie, it gives you a good angle on the entire map. You get a nice look at the mountaintop. Whoosh back down. We can see that it's nighttime. And we're just gonna very carefully hop down close to the wall. Again, if you hop too far, you miss the ledge altogether. And you miss this piece of heart. Okay. Now, our next stop is to go back to Castletown. So that's why I wasn't overly concerned about delivering or going back for the last mask for the Happy Mask quest, because I knew we'd just be going right back right away. Alrighty. One rupee. That wasn't even worth swinging my sword for. Unbelievable. Should be hitting morning right now. That worked out nicely. Okay. And sure, why not? We'll see if we can fill up our wallet while we go by. Hey, I got both of them. That's always a great success. Now, the first stop that we want to make is actually access to a new shop that's over here that I've largely ignored. It's got a picture of a bomb chew on it. So this is the bomb chew bowling alley. I'll show the first game, and you have to play at least a couple of times to get all of the prizes that you want. They will include a bomb bag upgrade. Bomb chews, I believe, get added in there, and a piece of heart, which is the piece of heart and the bomb bag are the two things we're actually looking for. Oh, bombs. Okay, so not even the prize that I want. So it's pretty straightforward. So you'll have 3 walls that you need to knock down by getting the bomb chew into the center of the target. It's gonna be a little bit tough. Oh, actually, it looks like I got an easy one. So this second panel can be in one of 3 positions. It can either be down the middle or off to one of the sides. And when it's off to the sides, figuring out the angle can be a little bit tough. Now, when you knock down the second wall, you now have the blade trap, the baby chicken, and the full-grown chicken. You can stand off to the side to try and make it a little bit easier, but the angle that Link stands on can get pretty intense. Like, yeah, if you see, I actually just missed that. So, yeah, this can take a little bit of time, especially if you get really unlucky with the walking path of the chickens, which absolutely is a large problem. Let's see if going off to the side, just a little bit of an angle. No, too much of an angle. You decide what you... Okay. So there's a couple little tricks that you can use when you're doing this. Oh, hey, that worked. So if you push forward and Z target, Link will square up to the wall across so that you know that the shot is going straight. And other than that, it's just picking a side, trying to get an angle on it if you're trying to go around everything. But bear in mind that if the bomb chew travels too far, it will explode before it gets to the target. So you do have to be mindful of that. But from here, I'm just going to cut out until I get the prizes that I'm looking for, just because this will take a lot of time. Okay, so as you can see, we did get the bomb bag. Alrighty. And do we want to play again? And finally, we won the heart piece. That last one actually was not that bad. So in total, that took me about 6 or 7 minutes. So yeah, you could see why I would want to cut that out rather than just trying to talk over the gameplay. It especially because you have to focus and really pay attention to what angle Link is looking at. So yeah, you don't want to be trying to multitask with it. Now, we're going to get another heart piece. And we're going to need it to be nighttime. So, at night, the market is riddled with dogs. And the one that we want is this white one right back here by the person in the window. So we want to get his attention. There we go. Now he's going to follow me. We're going to lead him over to this back alley. And then we're going to go into this door right here. And talk to this woman right here. So, Richard. This is my little Richard. So, if you bring the wrong dog, she goes, oh, how could you bring me this mutt? This isn't my Richard. The only clue that you have to which dog is if you pay attention during the day, it's a white dog that is circling around her when she's in the market. So, yeah. In here is a little shop tucked away, and all he sells are bomb chews. 20 pieces for 180 rupees. Now, and then this side is 10 pieces for 100 rupees. Every time you buy one of these, it'll go sold out. So he has a finite amount of stock that he can sell to you. And then, actually, I don't need to play the Sun Song. I can just wander over to where I need to go now. So, if we remember, when we had visited the Great Fairy on top of Death Mountain, she had recommended that next time we're in the area, we come find the Great Fairy that is over here. And we largely ignored this corner because we didn't need to go over here at all. Yeah, if you read the sign, it says dead end. Oh, a fun little Easter egg for anybody who doesn't know about it is if you damage a sign and then you play Zelda's Lullaby right next to it, it will actually self-repair. And there we go, it's all fixed up. So yeah, that's an interesting little Easter egg there for you. Soraya. I do not require consultation at this point. And crawl through the tiny little hole. And all of a sudden it's just some big, massive opening. So, figure that one out. So this is the Great Fairy of Magic, and she's going to give us a magic spell. Now this spell is the only one of the ones that we receive through the mountains that is required. I shouldn't say the mountains, through the Great Fairy Fountains. There we go. Cut, take, perfect, we're leaving it. So yeah, this is the only one that is actually required for us to be able to complete the game, so... It is a handy little thing. I will use it a few times throughout the game. And I'll show it off when I'm feeling cheeky. But yeah, essentially it's an encompassing fire spell, and it has a wide attack radius. So, alrighty. Now that I've thrown my guide completely out of whack. Don't need to do all that, so... I guess our next stop is going to be a new place, so that's always exciting. Huh. A lot of sirens all of a sudden. No rest for the wicked, I suppose. I live pretty close to a major roadway, so it's not uncommon for me to hear lots of traffic. It's also a higher speed road. It's not quite like highway speed, but cars go pretty quick, and they like to try and race down it, so I hear all the pieced together with glue cars, you know, their fart box exhausts, and they go ripping down that road. Sometimes I hear sirens, so yeah, that can be fun sometimes. I have to be extra cautious while I'm recording, because especially around, well, I'm recording this on a weekend night. There's a certain time when I can almost guarantee that I'm going to hear that, so I gotta keep the window closed so that the mic doesn't pick all of that up. Ah, magic bottle. So yeah, these are the magic jars that will refill our magic meter, and they come in two sizes, this one and a big one. Okay. Alrighty, so Gabora. I'm gonna skip past this also, because he's just giving us a background on where we're at, which is just Zora's River. It connects to Zora's domain. Oh, I couldn't even really skip past it, so... So, yeah, this is the source of the fresh water for the land, so we want that obviously running nice and tip-top condition. Oh. And another Skulltula. Make a couple bombs. And we are going to get a new item. So this guy over here, chomp chomp chomp. How about some magic beans? They aren't selling very well. How about 10 rupees for one piece? That's not bad. Sure, why not? So we can plant them in soft soil. And... oh. And then as we buy each one... so now he says they're not that popular. How about 20? So every time we buy one, they're going to get 10 rupees more expensive than the last one. And I think there's 10 in total? Yeah, 10. So I don't know how they're getting to be quite popular because I'm the only one who's buying them. How about some magic beans? They're all the rage. 40 rupees, so that's all that I can do right now. These get really expensive. I believe it's 550 rupees total to buy all of them. So that I will grind off screen because I don't want to make everyone sit through that when it's kind of pointless. But yeah, so what happens is you plant them in soil and they sprout little leaves, and later on in the game they create little platforms. So I don't think that's too much of a spoiler. And now we're going to borrow this chicken, and we're going to use this to get 2 heart pieces while we're here. And as you can see, the first one's right there. So this can be a little bit of a pain to do. If you want to save this for later, you absolutely are more than welcome to. But it is something that's you're intended to get this early, so I'm going to get it this early. And basically what you got to do is you got to toss the chicken up on the ledge, and then you got to be quick and make sure that you're releasing the control stick, because if he starts wandering off and the chicken lands in the water, it'll reset back to the beginning, and then you got to redo this all over again. So that's pretty self-explanatory why that would be pretty annoying. Then we climb all the way up here. And there's 2 grottos up here. So we've got this one over here. Now this is the grottos I was thinking of earlier. As well pull those out because I'm in here in a sec. A bloopy probably. Oh, 20. There we go, that's kind of nice. But these ones always have bugs, and I'm going to need a bug here pretty soon. And actually has a fish, so I might as well. Actually, no. I am not going to collect that right now because I do not need it right now. And if we blow this rock up, there's going to be another grotto. And what's inside this grotto is a fairy's fountain. So this is somewhere else you can go to collect a fairy if you need to grab one on the run. And then if we're very careful, after we've grabbed the chicken, walk across this. We're just going to aim for that piece of heart. And oh, and he ran away. So if you're quick enough and careful enough, you can pick that chicken back up. And right from where you are and continue on. You don't need to go all the way back, collect the other chicken. But we're getting rupees along the way, so that's not a bad thing either. Okay. Hey, get over here. Oh yeah, and if you get too close back to the entrance, you will trigger Kepora Gabora again. What causes him to go away permanently is you get to the waterfall at the end and play Zora's or Zelda's Lullaby. Okay. Now that I think about it, going and collecting the upgrade that I had just collected for the Deku nuts, I could have saved until we were here because there's a shortcut here to get there as well. Come on. Come on. No. Nope, 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 nope. Stop. Okay. So yeah, I got lucky because it ran towards the wall this time. But a lot of times they're stupid and they run straight into the water and you're like, yep, this is how I wanted to play the game. This was the frustration I was looking for. But alas, we don't need to worry about it. If we bring the chicken all the way over here, there's a heart piece tucked right in the corner. And now the chicken can go fly off and do chicken things all at once. I don't care. Just to speed things up a hair. Helps if I hit all the notes in the song. Right on this ladder is Skulltulas. Alrighty, so this is roughly about where I'm looking to cut off the video. And we'll move on to the next area and meet some new people, get some new tools, and yeah, continue on the adventure. So thank you so much for checking out the video. If you did like it, please drop a like. If you really liked it, Subscribe so that you can see when the next ones come out. And until the next video, thank you and all the best.